In today's video, we are taking an up-close and personal look at Sherwin Williams Creamy. We're going to cover three main sections in this video. The first one is all about Creamy and what you can expect from it. The second part is about the best white trim and cabinet colors with Creamy. And third, we are going to look at different wood stains. So for those of you who have wood flooring, wood trims, wood cabinets, or even wood furniture, you're going to see some wood stains that do and don't always look great with Creamy. So let's get started. As you can see, Creamy is a gorgeous warm color. Now, because it has an LRV of 81, LRV lets you know how light or dark a paint color is on a scale of 0 to 100. We know that it can act like a white, but it's a little bit more of an off-white. It has a bit more depth to it. Now, the challenge with Creamy is that having a reasonably high LRV and kind of sitting on the edge of the white range, some people choose to use it as a white. And while that can work in some homes, it does have a considerable yellow undertone that needs to be contended with. Some interior finishes don't go well with this degree of yellow, so you want to be really careful. I mean, warm whites have a yellow undertone. This is just that next level, a little bit more depth to it, so you want to be very careful. Now, some of you are watching this video because you have Creamy cabinets or trims. You want to know more about it. That's cool too, but if you're thinking of using Creamy, well, keep watching and let's see if you change your mind or not. Now, if you have Northern Exposure, Creamy can be awesome because it has a very passive warmth. While it does have a yellow undertone, it's not as yellow as, say, Sherwin Williams Dover White, which is considerably yellow and makes me considerably twitchy when it comes to trims and cabinets and even some walls. I like that Creamy is a little bit more subdued and more modest with its warmth. So it can be really nice for north-facing rooms that have a cool light, or even rooms like east-facing afternoons, west-facing mornings. They can be a bit flat and drab sometimes. Creamy adds a very gentle softness without like an overpowering warmth or creamy yellow hue. Now, if you have south-facing room or one with afternoon western sunshine, that's a pretty warm sun. Creamy, because it's not overly saturated and it's not like overly yellow like, again, Sherwin Williams Dover White, it doesn't tend to overheat or look too warm in these rooms, so it can be a really great option for pretty much any exposure. Now, let's look at trim colors. Sometimes when people have creamy walls, they say, I'm gonna slap that on everything. It's like Frank's hot sauce, right? So they're like, I'm gonna do my walls, trims, cabinet, ceiling, all creamy. And while the very odd time that can work, I don't recommend it. Too much creamy. Cream has a yellow undertone. That's a lot of yellow, my friend. So, when it comes to Creamy, I'm more inclined to partner it with a white trim because it's going to show off its creamy hue a bit more. You might even find that creamy, creamy, creamy everywhere. You just get this dull, creamy, not dull, but like, it's not playing with, it doesn't have anything to play with. Give it some white trim to play with, and yes, you're going to see the cream of it, but it's not like everywhere. Now, I don't know if that even made sense. Sherwin Williams Pure White. So Creamy has an LRV of 81, so it really does like whites with a slightly higher LRV. I believe Pure White's at 84, so while I like that it's a brighter and it is in the white range, I think it's a touch too gray for Creamy. It can work, but I wouldn't say it's like an instant win. Sherwin Williams Alabaster, this is a good one. So this has an LRV of 82, so it is just stepping into the white range. Now, if you are thinking of using Creamy for walls, trims, cabinets, all that, look at Alabaster instead. So versatile, tends to suit more interior finishes, and it just is a nicely balanced, warm, soft white. So while I would not use it as the trim color generally, it can work. It's just they don't play with each other by a lot. I'm more inclined towards extra white. So there's extra white, so we can actually see that contrast, right? Extra white's the cleanest of that bunch, right? Yeah, it's the cleanest one, and it really shows off Creamy's cream. Now, if you look in the fan deck, extra white looks like it has a blue undertone, but for some reason, with the way it's mixed into their paint, maybe their paints have a bit of warmth to start with in the can. It comes up really gorgeous, so don't let what you see in the fan deck sway you away. It can be quite lovely, as shown there. Lastly, if you have cream cabinets and trim and you're hoping to use Creamy on your walls, let me kindly suggest that you don't. Well, this is Sherwin Williams Antique White, and it's a pretty standard white from the early 2000s, and there are very many variations with glazes, no glazes. Creamy, unless your trim and cabinets happen to be creamy, it's not a great combo. It feels a little bit ass backwards when the cabinets and trim are in the similar family to the walls, but are the darker of the two. Makes more sense that the walls are that little bit darker. So, I mean, you do you, but it doesn't really work for me. Now, so long story short, I like Sherwin Williams Extra White when I have creamy walls. Now, let's look at some wood stains. So, let's start with a gooder. It's a nice, beautiful natural oak, a little bit of a stain on it. Might be a white oak, maybe red oak. Not too much pink. Sits really nicely with the warmth of creamy. Now, let's look at something a little more washed out. You can see there's a bit of a pinkish undertone. Creamy gets a little touchy with pink. I would be very careful if you have a pink stained wood, like, I know I have another one here. This one. Is it a hot mess? No, but not my favorite option because you do you. Some people like yellow and pink together. Makes me a little gaggy, so it's not my favorite combo. Again, a little bit too much pink if you ask me. Now, let's get into a nice yellow hue. Gorgeous, that's great with creamy. Creamy really leans into woods with a kind of general yellowish hue, or say you have a gunstock oak, should be fantastic. Golden oak should be great. That's beautiful, a nice standard brown tone. Same with that bad boy, no problems there. If you have a gray wash wood, this is extreme, this is a LVT. But generally speaking, if you have gray woods, I don't love them with creamy. I don't think creams in these, they can work, but check out taupes. Lean more into taupes, they can be a little bit more complementary. That's a nice rich wood, it's not too red, I love it. Now if we do go more red, say a nice cherry or a red stain on your wood, I actually find while the pink and the yellow makes me a little like that, I don't mind once it's dark enough so you get into a richer red tone playing with that yellow. I like that a lot more than the lighter pinkish tone. Here's kind of a golden oak that skews a little bit pink, but not too bad. And that's pretty. We've just got a couple more left. How about a dark one? This dark one has a purple undertone. It's okay with creamy. No screaming glory though. A little more standard brown. Maybe you have some mahogany. Mahogany can sometimes pick up more red, but there's so many stains out there, right? I'm just trying to get you a basic look at some popular wood stains. Maybe you have old, like heritage wood, which I'm desperately jealous of. Gorgeous with creamy, love it. And then, yeah, just another nice, I would say this is where creamy really comes to life. Beautiful. Kind of a soft orange undertone. So there you have it. Please check out my other videos and thank you for watching.